Hey guys, I'm Rich Coleman with David Molnar, your photography mentor, and today we're going to review the Nikon D7500. This is a pretty cool little camera. It's got a great build. Originally released in April of 2017, this is a great little Nikon camera. We're going to give this camera a David Molnar rating of 4 out of 5 stars. It's a great little versatile camera. For value, we're going to give it 5 out of 5. This is a very inexpensive, fast camera with a lot of great features. User friendly, we're going to give this 5 out of 5 stars. If you're all familiar with Nikon, this camera feels great in your hand. Image quality, we're going to give this 4 out of 5 stars. This is a great photo camera. Build quality, we're going to give it 5 out of 5. It just feels great in your hand. Video quality, we're going to give it 3.5 out of 5 stars. There's still a bunch of stuff Nikon do to their video work. Low light performance, we're going to give it another 4 out of 5 stars. So this is designed as like a true all-around camera for Nikon. So this is like their all-arounder. The XD format DSLR offers a versatile feature setup to appeal to photographers and videographers. So this is like their first camera designed to really tackle both the photo and video end. It has a 20.9 CMOS crop sensor and the X-Speed 5 image processor. This can shoot at up to 8 frames a second. And it has a buffer of 100 JPEGs or 50 RAW files, so you can just hold that thing down all day and get some great photos. The ISO range goes from 100 to 51,000. That can be extended up to 1,600,000. This shoots 4K UHD video and has 4K time lapse. It has a 51-point autofocus system, but only has 15 cross-type autofocus points. This camera is weather sealed and has this pop-up flash, so if you're in a pinch and need a flash, this will pop up for you. It has Nikon's patented Snap Bridge Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. It has digital image stabilization. And on the back you have, it's not articulating, but it is a screen that can flip up and flip down. So it doesn't come out and flip over for a vlog, but if you want to get low, you can see down, and if you want to hold it over your head. It doesn't quite go flat, but it will let you kind of see without having the camera up to your eye, which is nice. All the controls at your fingertips. This camera weighing in at 1.41 pounds. This is a light little camera that has like a lot of punch, so it's a great. If I had to say who this camera's for, I'd have to say if you're taking photography as a little bit more than just a hobby, this is a great step towards professionalism. It shoots fast at 8 frames a second. It has a great build quality. It's weather resistant. It's good for sports. It's good for travel. It's good for macro, nature, landscapes, portraits. It's kind of like a first good step into taking your photography more seriously. So the camera is actually 5% lighter than its predecessor, the 7200, because of the carbon fiber build. And what that did is they were able to make this a little bit more tight and a little bit more dust proof and weather sealed. So this is a great camera for taking out in the field. So some pros for the Nikon D7500 are, it has a bunch of special effects modes like night mode, night vision, super vivid, pop photo, toy camera, miniature, silhouette, low key, high key. There's a bunch of cool automatic features built into this camera that make it great for people that aren't super familiar with photography and manual settings. This camera has a lot of automatic features for you. This camera's got an excellent autofocus system, really quick in response. In video, it is lacking. I would say it's not quite to the Canon level of the dual pixel autofocus, but for stills, this has a great fast autofocus system. This has a deeper grip, so to compare it to its predecessor, it has a deeper pocket for your hand to go in, so it feels a little bit more comfortable in your hand, which is nice. It has in-camera batch RAW processing, so it buffs a little faster. Overall, this is a great camera for anybody to use. Anybody that likes photography, this is gonna be a great camera for you. All right, let's talk about some cons of the Nikon D7500. So its predecessor is a 24 megapixel sensor. This is only a 20.6 megapixel sensor. So if that matters to you, which I would say it doesn't really, megapixel, schmegapixel, but it is smaller, which is interesting. And there's no, through the viewfinder, depth of field preview button. There's no second card slot. There's no auto brightness control for the back display. There's no GPS. And I have to talk about the face detection. It is slow. Face tracking needs some help. It is nothing like Canon's dual pixel. It doesn't look like a professional movie at all. Also, there's no battery grip for the camera, which is a little disappointing. So if you want to be able to have a vertical shutter, Nikon doesn't even offer a vertical grip for this. Who's this camera for? Is it for a hobbyist, a professional, a beginner? If you're a beginner, it's gonna be really hard to outgrow this camera. This has so many great automatic features and things to help you learn on this photography journey, but also it's the top of the line crop sensor camera. So if you're a hobbyist or amateur, this camera is great for you. If you're a professional, this is a great backup camera. If you haven't quite got to that full frame level yet, this is a great next step. Thank you so much for checking out this review. We hope we've answered some questions about how to use your camera and where some buttons are for your Nikon D7500. And as always, we hope you've enjoyed.